Ghost and Christmas Bauble by Alexandra Brovchenko, read by Maria Kwater.
My biscuits coming up. It was Christmas Eve afternoon, and Maria entered the living room with a plate of gingerbread. She sidestepped the Christmas tree, next to which Anna, her 15-year-old daughter, was curled upon the couch, munching biscuits and scrolling through her phone with a blank face. "Anna, could you clean up these crumbs? And all these pine needles on the carpet? We need to tidy up before your gran arrives," Maria said, eyeing the mess. Anna sighed. "Course, I'll do it later, Mum, promise." "Why can't you do it now?" "I said I'll do it." "When?" Anna didn't reply, and Maria mumbled to herself, "It's like living with a ghost. I'm doing everything on my own in this house." "Maybe because you never wait and then you just do it yourself anyway," Anna snapped. "I said I'd do it later. I'm not a kid anymore." Annoyed, Maria left the room to fetch a dustpan and brush. As she returned, Anna suddenly jumped out from behind the door. "Whoa!" she wailed, waving her arms around like a ghost. Startled, Maria stumbled backward. "Anna, you really startled me. Why would you do that?" "Because I'm a ghost, apparently," Anna said. "Oh God, you're as bad as your father was," Maria blurted out. The words hung in the air, heavy and sharp. Anna's face crumpled with tears. "Why did you say that? He was great." Maria, regretting what she'd said, but emotional herself, snapped back. "Maybe as a dad, but as a husband." Her voice trembled as she noticed Anna's tears, but she couldn't stop herself. "Hey, you need to know the truth. You're not a kid anymore, right?" Anna sobbed and without a word stormed out of the living room. Not able to put her feelings into words, she just wanted to hide in her room. The house felt strangely quiet. Maria felt at a loss what to do next, as she, too, couldn't find the words for a conversation with Anna. Feeling sad and alone, she picked up her coat and left the house. Her boots crunched on the snow, but otherwise the silent street felt like it was waiting for Christmas to arrive. Santas and their elves grinned merrily from the windows, and decorated trees were everywhere, but they still couldn't cheer Maria up. She was thinking over the past year and everything that she and Anna had gone through. What could possibly mend their broken family? No glue in the world could do that. Maria eventually found herself on the high street near a shop displaying loads of different things, practical and impractical, small and large, expensive and cheap. On a whim, she entered the shop, hoping to kill a little time before facing the music with Anna back home. She found herself looking at some pretty glass Christmas decorations, and a glimmering big red bauble caught her eye. It was so beautiful it was hypnotic, and it felt smooth and cool to the touch. Tiny brush strokes showed a snowy landscape with a small house nestled amongst frosty pines. When she held it up to the light, it sparkled like a diamond, and she remembered a similar decoration from when she'd been growing up. Having bought the bauble, she couldn't wait to get her newfound treasure home. Back at the house, Maria was holding the bauble up to the window to catch the light when Anna came down. She felt a bit embarrassed then and nervously explained, "I've always wanted one like this. I just saw it and I don't know what I was thinking. I was actually looking for something for you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." Anna had never seen her mum looking so flustered, so she said gently, "Mum, you don't have to apologise. It's fine. It's good. Buy something for yourself." For once, she chuckled. She understood that, in her own awkward way, her mum was trying to make up for earlier. Maria hung the bauble on the Christmas tree. "There, look at that. How beautiful is that? Looks like our house, doesn't it?" "Well," Anna giggled, "a bit. The snow at least." Maria kept on looking at the bauble. She smiled at Anna and said, "Next year will be better, you'll see. We'll have a new start, no more sadness, right?" Anna nodded. She wanted to talk to her mum so much, but the words stuck in her throat. She felt really emotional seeing her mum so full of hope. This red bauble, maybe there was something in it, something magical and hopeful, a sign of changes to come. The bauble was twinkling in the light as if it was part of the conversation. "Yes, you are loved. We're glad you're here. We want you to be happy." Maria paused for a second, then said, "You know, maybe you're right. I should treat myself more. Maybe I do deserve it like everybody else." Anna smiled and nodded again. She was looking at her mum whilst wondering about her dad. Had he really taken all her mum's confidence away? Or maybe she'd always been like that and his death just made it seem worse. Anna was thinking that she'd like to get to know her mum better when Maria turned and said, "Oh yes, I've just remembered. I bought this as a present for your gran. It can be from both of us." She took a small wrapped box out of her bag and put it under the tree. Anna's face fell. "Mum, I wanted to pick presents for myself. I've been saving up." Maria chuckled. "Don't be silly, it's fine." Stung, Anna bit back. "But I don't even know what's in the box. Why do you always do this? Dad wouldn't have." "Don't," Maria interrupted, her voice hardening. "I was just trying to help, Anna. Don't be like this." Anna's cheeks reddened with rage. "See, you do treat me like a ghost, like I don't exist." She stormed off to her room again, thinking, why should I try to understand Mum if she's not willing to understand me? Maria stood in the silent room, feeling sad and alone again. Eventually, she noticed the dustpan where she'd left it earlier, the pine needles still scattered around the tree. As she started sweeping them up, she was thinking about the last time she'd done this, a year ago. What a different Christmas that had been. Maria could still hear the familiar echo of her husband's heavy boots tramping through the house, and now the boots were in the cellar, covered in dust. The tears ran down her cheeks. As she wiped them away, she accidentally caught a branch of the tree with her elbow, and before she knew it, the new Christmas bauble had slipped from its perch and shattered on the floor. She stared in disbelief at the ruined glass. "What's happened?" Anna called from upstairs. When Maria didn't answer, she ran down into the living room. Her mum was sitting on the floor, surrounded by the wrecked fragments, and crying like a heartbroken child. Anna had never seen her looking so upset. "Mum, it's okay," she said softly. It was so hard seeing her cry, but Anna tried to stay calm. Maria shook her head angrily. "No, it's not. I just wanted things to be nice, that's all. Now look at it. Nothing ever goes right. It's hopeless." She sobbed and sobbed. All her pain spilled out as she wiped away the tears with her fists, like a toddler. Anna felt so sad for her, but tried to help. "Maybe we could try gluing it back together." "There's no glue on earth could do that," her mum replied bitterly. "We could at least try," Anna said. "Why bother? Forget about it. It doesn't matter. I don't even know why I'd try to be happy." As Maria wept, she became more and more frustrated. "Please don't, Mum," Anna said, turning to sweep up the broken glass and hiding her own tears. They both looked quietly at the shattered bauble. It felt like the sadness of the whole year lay there. Maria swallowed her sobs, picked up the dustpan and went out to the kitchen. A few seconds later, Anna heard the glass pieces tinkling into the kitchen bin. She wiped away a tear and went to her room, got her backpack and quietly slipped out of the house. Sometime later, after pulling herself together and preparing the evening meal, Maria came into the living room to lay the table. As she turned, she noticed the empty branch on the Christmas tree where the bauble had hung, and sighed to herself. The doorbell rang then, making her jump. "Coming," she called, rushing to the door. "Anna, where are you? Come on, your gran's here." Returning to the living room, Maria gasped. There, on the tree, hung another identical bauble. "Oh," she stammered, I don't understand. Where did that come from? I've just been in here." "Whoa," went Anna's voice, filling the room with a repeat of her ghost impression and startling her gran. "Do you know where that bauble came from?" her gran asked. Anna shrugged casually. "Maybe a ghost brought it," she said, looking at her mum. Maria felt like her heart would burst as she smiled at Anna. "It's a very good ghost," she said softly. "I hope it'll stick around." Anna smiled and hugged her mum, and her gran grabbed her phone to take a picture. "Hold on, girls, hold on," she said, as she fiddled with her phone, looking for a perfect angle for a selfie of them all. "Come next to the new bauble," she cried. As Anna and Maria stood next to the tree, Anna quietly said, "And if this one breaks, Mum, I'll keep finding another new one." Maria chuckled and wiped away a happy tear. Anna looked at her and felt glad, for both of them, that she'd finally put into words what she'd been feeling. Her gran finally managed to take a picture, and they all bustled around, getting ready for Christmas Eve. Gran had brought even more biscuits and some lights for the tree. She switched them on, and the new Christmas bauble caught the light and twinkled at them, as though it was saying in its own way, "You are loved. We're glad you're here. We want you to be happy."